doing some things on Norna. This will be the last video. Just wanted to show kind of the things that are going on. When we left, we had taken out the fridge, got that serviced to make sure everything was good. Hooking that back up. Yeah, they put some more fluid in it. I didn't find any. Yeah.
Just must have been a slow leak, or maybe from it getting so cold. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes the connections after a while. So anyway, so they checked it. They didn't find any leaks, and it ran good. So hooking that back in, and the other thing that we'll be doing is putting a new countertop around the sink right there. Some granite eventually.
They're all granite.
Yeah. Pete had done stuff on the mast step just to check it, make sure everything was good, but it's hard as a rock. There's no problems with it. It's been years since we checked it, so we wanted to just make sure. So that's good, and I'll show you what he sewed for that mast boot and how he is going to put it back together. So we're going to stay a couple nights on Norna and do a few things, make sure that she's ready for the next owner if we do sell her. If we don't, then we'll launch her next season. We're not going to launch her this season though. We're going to keep her out this season and hopefully find a new owner for her. Yeah. We moved all our stuff off, all except for that picture. I left it up just in case anybody who comes to look at her can see the journey that we took. So there is storage in here. We just left it as an open cubby hole because out at sea it was always a pain to have a slider there, so we just left it open because it made it easier to get to stuff. This is all open in here so that you can pull out your pots and pans, dishware. We used to put the pots and pans back in here. And this is where we are redoing the countertops around the sink because it was wood originally. It was starting to get worn from the years of us using it. And so we're just putting it all back together since we put the fridge back in. The trash can fits really nicely right underneath the sink. We're gonna put the trim back around the stove, and we gotta remount those. These pieces, this piece, and there is gonna be one over here, which we are working on bolting on right now, in that corner, are what hold up the hardtop. There's some on this side as well that hold up the hardtop, which we made to collect rainwater. Okay, up forward here we have, this is our Amazon Warrior bilge pump. We've never really needed it, it's just more of an emergency, and it's mounted and ready to go. Right here is our little cod wood burner, mast chair, bosun's chair. We just tie it up and raise ourselves up on that chair. And then we've got 200 feet of chain. Underneath here is for the Simrad autopilot. This is the compass, which is in the center of the boat on the table, underneath the table. Let me show you the bathroom. An airhead toilet. This is actually a shower sump, and it connects to a bilge pump that you hand pump the water out overboard. It's got this nice barrel sink, which we fit a bowl nicely that fits just perfectly in the sink, and we use it to fill with hot water, which we used to have a hot water heater connected to the engine, but that did not work very well. So we just heat up our water on the tea kettle, and we just mix hot water with cold water and take a cup and pour it on our heads. Whatever you want to do when you get the boat, that's your toothbrush holders, mirror, all the things needed. Lots of room for storage. This actually holds the toilet paper. And this sink drains into here as well, so pump that out from that drain. Here's the skylight, which you guys probably saw last year that we repaired. It had needed a good repair on it, and there it is, all repaired up. This is the mast step that Pete pulled off. He pulled the boot off and checked around it to make sure everything was okay. I stuff all the holes with aluminum foil to keep mice from getting in. So, never mind that aluminum foil there, but that's where all the wires come out for the mast, to hook onto the mast. Anyway, yeah, checked the mast step. Everything looked really good and solid. This thing is solid as a rock. So, wanted to make sure. And then sewed a new mast boot to go around it. And I'm gonna put the deck box back where it goes over here. There was a leak that we repaired. That was right there. It was a plug that was leaking, so fixed that. So various things just to maintain the boat while we are still in ownership over. This is the Sea Tiger windlass, and I put aluminum foil there too to keep the mice from getting in. You can see these decks. These are traditionally laid decks with oakum and cotton and oakum and tar in all of the seams. So she is a traditional through and through. This is a spade anchor, and she's put away for the season, so the bowsprit and everything. This is the bowsprit, which is beautiful larch bowsprit. And we have her out so that we can show her to people. This is the yard. It's a 28-foot yard. She is dead-eye rigging. So there's the dead eyes. I'll show you up close. This is the Charlie Noble for the wood burner. just basically a big bed. Right now I got my clothes on top of there, but yep, just basically a big old bed. It's got fans, it's got lights. It's hard to see, it's so dark in this building, but
Feel it
Feel better all